Everyone thinks emotional intelligence is about reading people. It isn't. I have met people who can read every emotion in the room and have almost no relationship to the emotions of themselves. So today, I want to talk you through the 7 levels of emotional intelligence. As a nurse and a therapist, these are patterns that I see over and over again. So see where you recognize yourself and pay attention to the last level because almost nobody realizes that is what emotional intelligence actually looks like. Let's get into it. Level number 1, emotional survival. At this level, emotion feels like something that happened to you. You react before you reflect. You don't pause, you don't question your interpretations. Your nervous system is simply trying to get through the moment. The goal here isn't wisdom, it is safety. Level number 2, emotional awareness. Now you begin noticing emotions. You can finally say, I'm anxious, I'm overwhelmed, I am disappointed. That sounds simple, but naming emotions is a massive developmental step because you can't work with something that you can't identify. Level number 3, emotional pattern recognition. This is where life starts making sense. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me? You start asking, why does this keep happening? You notice repeating relationship dynamics. People pleasing, for example, conflict avoidance, over functioning emotionally, attachment patterns. You stop seeing isolated events and you start seeing systems. Level number 4, emotional responsibility. And this is where many people think emotional intelligence ends. It doesn't. This is simply where you stop making everyone else responsible for your internal world. You begin asking, what belongs to me? What belongs to them? That is emotional adulthood. Level number 5, emotional flexibility. Emotion no longer controls your identity. You can feel hurt without becoming the hurt version of yourself. You can feel anxious without believing every anxious thought that pops into your head. You stop needing every uncomfortable feeling to disappear before you move forward. Level 6, emotional discernment. This is rare. You stop asking, is this emotion good or bad? Instead, you ask, what information is this emotion giving me right now? Every emotion can become data, not a command, not a character flaw, not an emergency, information. That is a completely different relationship with yourself. Level 7, emotional integrity. This is special to me. This is a level almost nobody is talking about because emotional intelligence isn't the destination. Emotional integrity is. Emotional integrity means your awareness, your values, your words, your boundaries, and your actions all begin aligning. You don't betray yourself just because someone else is uncomfortable. You don't ignore your emotions, but you also don't let them run your life. You listen, you understand, and then you choose. That is emotional maturity. So if you noticed yourself somewhere around levels 2, 3, or 4, first of all, that is where most people are. Growth is not about racing to level 7. It is about understanding what the next step looks like. And if you're realizing that your nervous system keeps pulling you back into survival mode, that is why I've created my Emotional Safety Reset. It is a practical guide and a clarity tool for empathic, emotionally intelligent, striving people just like yourself. You can get the link in the description below. And I am Chrissy, the emotional intelligence nurse. Let's get some discussion going. What level stood out to you the most? Where do you find the most roadblocks in your life? Or where does your nervous system drag you back to? Leave the comments and questions down below, and I will see you around.